The room is louder now. Not in decibels, but in presence. Another quarterback steps in, and this one? He didn't arrive with fireworks. Brett Gabbert quietly walked into that building. No fanfare. No cameras tripping over themselves. Just a name. A name you might have heard before. Gabbert. Not that Gabbert. Well, yes, that one too. But this time it's Brett. Not Blaine. Not the past. The present. Or is it just the beginning of something no one's seeing yet? Because here we are. Two rookie quarterbacks now sit under Miami's roof. Two different paths. Two futures that don't mirror each other. Quinn Ewers walked in with a little more spotlight. A seventh-rounder, sure. But that hair, that Texas swagger, the highlight reels, they say something even when he doesn't. And then Gabbert? 6 years grinding at Miami of Ohio. Not the Miami, not our Miami. That's part of the fun. Or the irony. Depending how you look at it. He's not your headline. Yet. But 53 starts. That's not a typo. 53. He's been hit, benched, celebrated, doubted, bruised, applauded. And he still came back. 6 seasons. You don't stay that long unless something's either really working or you've got something to prove. Maybe both. So what exactly did the Dolphins see? Why take a second look? Why wait 2 weeks after minicamp just to say, yeah, we'll keep him? You don't do that unless there's a spark, a whisper in a meeting room, a moment in drills that lingers, with a coach longer than it should, something that stuck, something that gnawed. Maybe Frank Smith saw something. It wouldn't be the first time Miami tapped into that Miami OH pipeline. Smith played there too. Is that just a coincidence? Are we pretending those don't matter anymore? Let's not act like this is a fairy tale. Gabbert's numbers don't knock you over. 58.5% completion, 10,814 yards, 80 touchdowns, 30 picks. Good, not legendary. Solid, not electric. But numbers don't always tell you what a guy's made of. And this guy, he stuck around long enough to be second in touchdowns behind Big Ben and third in passing yards behind Roethlisberger and Dysart. That doesn't just happen. That's legacy territory, even if you're not headlining ESPN. He's not a runner, not really. But 8 touchdowns on the ground say he'll move if he needs to. Not flashy, but aware. Enough to escape when the pocket caves. Enough to remind you that he's still standing when others aren't. So now the Dolphins' QB room? It's layered. Tua's the face, still. For now. But how long does a smile last when the contracts get real and the playoff wins don't follow? Then there's Zach Wilson. Ah, the experiment. Some still whisper potential. Others just shake their heads. You don't throw that many picks in New York and walk away clean. But maybe a quieter place. A backup role. That's what he needs. Or maybe it's a pause before the inevitable fade. And then the rookies. Quinn and Brett. One picked, one signed. One flashy, one earned. But both here. Both being watched. You think they're not comparing every throw? Every rep in the film room? Every mistake? They are. Coaches are too. They won't say it, but you feel it. You see it in the depth chart scribbles. In the quiet nods during walkthroughs. Is Gabbert just a camp arm? Maybe. But maybe not. You don't cut an edge defender for a guy you're going to ditch in July. William Bradley King wasn't on anyone's radar, sure, but roster spots aren't charity. You make room when you believe there's something worth holding on to, even if it's just maybe. This is where it gets muddy. The Dolphins brought in Gavin Hardison earlier this offseason. He came. He threw, he left. One day after Tua's deal got done, Hardison was out. That wasn't just about performance. That was timing. That was clarity arriving in contract form. The front office saw what was stable and what wasn't. So what's Gabbert then? A project. A placeholder? A story still writing itself? He's not walking into a starter role. We know that. But he's also not just filling a locker. You don't keep a guy like that around unless there's chatter. Unless someone in that building raised their hand and said, he's got something. And maybe the Dolphins are hedging. Maybe they're looking down the line and wondering what happens if Tua misses time again. Or if Zach isn't the answer. Or if Quinn's style doesn't translate. They're collecting options, and Gabbert is one of them. Quietly, maybe, but he's there. And think about this. How many quarterbacks last 6 years in college, battle through injuries, fight back for a final season, and still want more? Still believe they have more? Gabbert does. That's not delusion. That's hunger. And you don't find that in every arm.